Hey, good morning, everyone. Welcome to your SideQuest Contact. This is episode 20 of our Let's Make It Adventure series. We're going to be wrapping up, believe, our third scenario for Act 1, and thereby kind of putting the final touches on Act 1 as well. Now, we left off our last episode going over the final scenario, the one with Grumpo. This is the GIF sorcerer, remember the folk hero under false pretenses, and we've set up a series of events that the players are going to be involved with. There's going to be a festival in this town. They're going to be celebrating the 1 year anniversary of their successful defeat of the Woodland Furbolg, who for no reason attacked us, but we really know why. And then we're going to have one of the players discover the leader of this Furbolg in disguise self mode, kind of spying and checking out what's going on. And she's not getting a good impression of the townsfolk at the moment. And depending on what happens when she's discovered, that impression can either sour even further or can get better depending on how the players handle that. But this Guyleen, this is her name. This her goal is to get back to her village, right? To warn warn her village that the people of that town have not gotten better. They've gotten worse. They're celebrating their aggression against us. And so what happens next really depends on Galen's mindset when she returns, and that's going to be based on how the players handle this whole scenario. So, if she returns, let's say Galen returns angry. All right, so maybe the players attacked her, maybe the townsfolk attacked her. She barely escaped with her life. She gets back to her home, and she rallies the troops, so to speak. But and then like they're going to be talking like, well, hey, we attacked them last time. They beat us back, and then she's going to say, but this time we have a dragon. This is our copper dragon. Remember, this is the egg that Grumpo tried to steal that started this whole conflict. So, but now this egg is hatched, and we have a wormling copper dragon hanging out with the Verbolg village. Galen has been kind of its surrogate mother, and yeah, now they have a dragon on their side, a wormling, but still a dragon. It can still breathe, and it can still do some terrible things. So, if she returns angry, we'll rally troops for attack. Because at this point she's thinking we need to we need because they're going she's thinking an attack is imminent, so she's thinking we need to strike first. For first strike has a dragon, copper wormling. So this could potentially lead to a group of Furbolg coming out of the wilderness with their dragon, with their magic to launch an attack on the town. So could lead to attack on town. Dragon, Furbolg magic, warriors. They're going to have all that at their call. So that's if she gets back to the town and she's angry, right? But maybe the players handle this in a different way, and maybe by the time she gets back to the town, she is a little more understanding, a little more enlightened, a little more okay. These people aren't as savage and bloodthirsty as I thought they were. So let's say Galen returns friendly. Now the players. Well, let's go back to Galen returns angry. The players may want to go scout out. They may want to go investigate. They may want to go check things out. They may want to try to track and follow her. And when they do, they're going to run into some things. They're going to get to her, to the outskirts of her village, where they probably have some traps and some defenses set up, and a dragon. So that's their big play right now is that dragon. So we'll say players or PCs going into jungle will encounter resistance, traps, etc. Now, what if the players handle it differently, and Galen becomes either more of a either friendly or at least a neutral outlook on them? If she returns to the village friendly or neutral, then she just delivers the report. Here's what I found, and the players may be invited to come visit. Again, that all depends on how they handle it, right? So they can understand their point, Furbolg point of view. All right, so let's take a look and see what Furbolgs. Let's get a little more insight into Furbolgs. Let's see, is there anything in the monster manual? Not under Furbolg, maybe under giants, because they're part giant. Okay, no, nothing here. Okay, what about monsters of the multiverse? I know they got their racial stats here, but I'm looking for any kind of monster stat blocks. But I don't see any here either. Alright, that's fine. So let's take another look at them. Distant cousins of giants wander the primeval forests of the multiverse, and the magic of those forests entwined with the Furbolg souls. Centuries later, that magic still burns inside the Furbolg. Okay, that's good. An obscuring sort, their magic is. Allows the ancestors to pass through a forest without disturbing it. Okay. Alright, let's remind ourselves of what they can do: detect magic, disguise self, once per long rest. Okay. Hidden step. You can magically turn invisible until the start of your next turn or until you attack. Make a damage roll or force something to make a saving throw. Okay, so use trait number times equal to your proficiency bonus per long rest. Okay, powerful build. They can carry and push more. Speech. Oh, did see? Yeah, yeah. Players who are coming into this place with hostile intentions are gonna not have a good time because we got beast speech speech of beast and leaf. They understand the meaning of your words, though you have no special ability to understand them, and you need to make a charisma check. Okay, all right. So we have that. Now let's take a look at the dragon. All right, dragons, and this was a copper. Come on, here we go. Now, yeah, these were the incorrigible pranksters, joke tellers, riddlers that live in hills and rocky uplands. Despite their gregarious and even-tempered nature, they possess a covetous, miserly streak and can become dangerous when their hordes are threatened. Well, we don't have a horde yet. We still got a wormling here. Maybe trying to work on building a horde. Birth, copper, ready. Okay. All right, let's go to wormling, copper, copper, young copper, wormling. All right, yep. Bites, breath weapon. It's got two of them. It's got acid breath, doing damage, acid damage, and slowing breath. Can't, so it's slowed. Can't use reactions. Speed is halved. Can't make more than one attack on its turn. Can use an action or a bonus, but not both. Yeah, that's can and at the end of each of its turns, it can make another save against it. Okay. All right, good host. Copper dragons appreciate wit, good joke, humorous story, or riddle. Becomes annoyed with any creature that doesn't laugh at its jokes, accept its tricks, and good humor. Okay, they're fond of bards. So if there's a bard in the party, there may be a friendly connection. They even carve out parts of their hordes so that bards can hang out with them. That's kind of neat. Cautious and crafty. Prefers treasures from the earth, metals and precious stones. If it knows a creature seeks a specific item, the dragon will not admit to possessing it. Instead, it will send them on a wild goose chase. Yeah, he's got a little funny looking grin, like, heh heh heh. That's funny. Okay. Alright, so we don't really have a lair yet. So hanging out with these people, these furbolg. Alright, region containing a legendary copper dragon's lair. Okay, we don't have a legendary lair, so we're not going to worry about that. Just a, just a little, sort of a baby dragon. Even though medium, it's got a 14 intelligence, so it's smart. Its wisdom's pretty good. Makes, okay and making good decisions. Now, I want to look back at, because we also talked about the violet fungus. It's going to be part of the scenario when they're making their way into the jungle. Again, this is if they're coming in on hostile terms. If they're coming in on friendly terms, then it's possible that the a guide will make sure they don't step into these pits that have, or these little sections that have this violet fungus. But let's remind ourselves on them. Let's go to here. All right, stalks protruding from the mask. Ooh, yeah, rotting flesh at the touch. Yeah. Any creature killed by the fungus decomposes, and then a new fungus sprouts from the moldering corpse. That's nice. Okay. Oh wow, don't really have any stats. Its move is a 5. It's only got 18 hit points, so it's not like it's super dangerous unless something falls into some a pit of them or something. You can make 1d4 rotting attacks per round. Oh, that's interesting. 1d8 necrotic damage. So yeah, this would be something then again if the players are coming in a hostile manner. I don't think this would be like a good prank for our dragon. Like, hey, walk it this way, step into this thing. Oh, hey, you're being attacked by fungus, because that's actually life threatening, right? I don't think that's going to be a good type of prank. So if the players are arriving in a in a friendly manner, then they're probably going to be able to bypass the fungus, and the dragon is going to be friendly but jovial, wanting to laugh. If the players are coming in hostile, then yeah, they're likely to run into these violet fungus, and we have a dragon who's in defense mode instead of let's hang out and laugh mode. The dragon's in defense mode, and if the whole group of Furbolg make an attack before the players go out there, maybe the players don't. Maybe they decide we're going to hang out in the town and we're going to get them ready for this attack. Maybe they don't scout it out. So it's really kind of up in the air. But we have all the pieces in a good spot here. Now, ultimately, the ideal outcome of this situation would be to gain the favor of these Furbolg and to gain their alliance in helping out with the main antagonist, our Were Tiger, that's now coming up soon. Coming up soon. So we got three good scenarios. We have and they all and we've discussed ways to have them all kind of link together, so that way you can run them concurrently. You don't have to run one, then the other, then the other. They could all be set up to kind of be run in all together. You have Frangruza, the bugbear, right? She's the one who's missing a special item, her silver dagger that was stolen by the werewolf's lieutenant and taken out into the werewolf's lair. Frangruza's going to wrap the, I'm sorry, not werewolf, were-tiger. Frangruza's going to wrap the players up in all that. We have Kimchek, our Hadozi, the warlock, right? So another potential ally if the players can help Kimchek deal with his disgruntled Hadozi townsfolk and the Deathlock White that is, causing trouble and maybe launching an attack. And our third is this Grumpo, the Gift, the sorcerer, right? And we have a story here where Grumpo is a supposed hero to a town under false pretenses, and the players will get to be able wrapped up in that, and it'll be interesting to see how the players handle discovering that this is all Grumpo's fault, right? If he hadn't tried to steal that copper dragon egg, then we wouldn't be in this situation. But Grumpo's going to keep that secret as much as he can, or for as long as he can. It's likely going to come out at some point. Players are crafty; they're pretty good at figuring things out, so it's likely to come out. And that's what we want. We want that scene. We want that encounter where the players say, "Hey, all this time we thought the Furbolg were these savage bad guys, but no, you just pissed them off. So, and they're not like evil. You just pissed them off by trying to steal something from them. So that'll be an interesting scenario too. All right, so we've done 20 of these episodes, right? And I think we've successfully walked through like Act One, the stories, the characters, the setup, and the hooks that are going to get our players interacting with these scenarios. Now, once the players kind of finish all of these off, then what I consider then is like we're moving into Act Two now. The players have done these scenarios, have worked through these scenarios, fought some bad guys, gained some allies, earned some loot and treasure, and have likely leveled up. If I were actually running this game, by the time they finish these three scenarios, it's time to level up to level two, so that way they can be ready for the stuff dealing coming up in Act Two. And that's what we're going to talk about next episode. We're going to talk about Act Two and how we take this story and push it forward. We're going to come up with some events, some situations that are going to move the players in a direction to eventually Act Three and the final encounter with the main antagonist. All right, yeah. So that's excellent. We kind of finished up Act One. So thanks for hanging out. We'll start on Act Two on the next video, and hope you have a good day. Take care, y'all.